Hey, fellow problem solvers, Colfax Math here. Today we have an 11 problem practice test. This one's a little different than last week's mathematical knowledge. This one is arithmetic reasoning. So arithmetic reasoning on the ASVAB military placement exam is really more about giving a word problem, a real life scenario, and taking your reasoning abilities to kind of decode the important numbers in there and solve the problem. So if you haven't seen part 1, mathematical knowledge, 10 problem test, go back to last week's video and watch this. This is part 2. We have 11 problems here on arithmetic reasoning. Okay, with that said, what I'd like you to do is have paper and pencil out in front of you. You could also buy my book on Amazon and have all that paper in front of you. I have a 25 video chapter book to walk you through if you need more help. But now you need to have paper and pencil out in front of you and a timer. I'm going to scroll up to the problem, pause the video, do that problem. Arithmetic reasoning, you have a little more time than mathology, you have about 2 minutes per problem. Time yourself, see how you do, unpause the video, and then watch how I solve it. So let's go ahead into this first problem right here. This is a really common problem you probably see quite often on both mathematical knowledge, arithmetic reasoning. Pause the video, work out the problem, circle your correct answer, timing yourself, keeping it to about 2 minutes. Unpause the video, watch how I solve the problem. Okay, a car travels 280 miles on 8 gallons of gas. So I have 280 miles in 8 gallons of gas. At this rate, how many gallons of gas will be needed to travel 700 miles? So I have one ratio equal to another ratio. That's called a proportion. I could go 280 times what to get to 700 is going to be 8 times what to get to this value right here. I could figure it out miles per gallon and do it that way as well. 280 times 3 is going to be 600 plus 240, 840, a lot more than that. 280 times 2 would be 4, 5, 60. So it's somewhere between 2 and 3. Let's say 2.5. Let's see if any of these answers will work. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times a half is 4. So this would be about 20 as an approximation. Is there anything even close? There's really only one solution that's close, and that is at 20 gallons right there. Okay, the other way I could do this problem as well is if it's 280 in 8 gallons, I'm going to cut them both in half to get 140 in 4 gallons. Cut that in half to get 70 in 2 gallons. Cut that in half to get 35 in 1 gallon. So that means I'm getting 35 miles per gallon. Then I could do 700 miles divided by 35 to get to 2, right? 35 goes into 70 2 times, and then the correct answer would be adding the 0, 20 gallons. If you got that one, great. If not, that just means we've got to practice a little more, study a little more, do a little bit more and more review. Let's move on to problem number 2 right here. On problem number 2 right here again, pause the video, do this on your paper and pencil, time yourself, and then unpause, watch how I do it. Sometimes I have some tips and tricks. I do them multiple ways like that last problem. Sometimes whatever you see that holds true to the laws of math, whatever way you see to do it is probably the best way to go because it is a timed, no calculator test. All right, with all that yarn on the side, pause the video, give this one a try. All right, unpause the video, here we are. If a coat originally cost $120, it's on sale for 25% off. What is the sale price? That's important to identify what it is you're looking for. You're not looking for the discount, you're looking for the sale price. A couple fractions and decimals you need to know are the quarters, the halves, the 3/4. 25% is the same thing as 0.25, same as a quarter. So I could take that original price of 120, that's my 100%. I'm going to cut that in half to get 60, which is 50%. I'm going to cut that in half. Half of 60 is 30 for 25%. It is 25% off, $30 off of 120 puts me at $90. Get that one right? Good job. If not, means a little more practice. Let's move on to number 3. A rectangular room is 12 feet wide and 15 feet long. I'm going to draw that picture out. I am 12 feet by 15 feet. One little tick mark means feet. What is the cost of the carpet? And the cost of the carpet is $2 per square foot. So I have to multiply that together to get area. 12 times 15. Well, let's see. Let's do 10 times 15 is 150. 2 times 15 is 30. So I have 180 square feet. You can see it's an answer up there, a deliberate distractor, because it is $2 per square foot. So I have to multiply this by 2. 18 times 2 is 360. Correct answer, answer B right there. I have a 5-step process for these word problems. Step 1 is create a picture from the sentence. Step 2 is identify what it is that I'm looking for. Step 3 is take the picture and convert it into some sort of equation. Step 4 is solve the equation. Step 5 is make sure you are answering what they are asking. All right, moving on to number 4. Pause the video, give it a try. 3 pounds of apples cost $4.50 for 3 pounds. That's a ratio. How much would 10 pounds cost? I could do, I don't know, the dollar amount. I could call that X. Ratio equal to ratio, solve that proportion. But actually 450 is easily divisible by 3. 45 divided by 3 is 15. So that is $1.50 per pound. And then I have 10 pounds, meaning I just move that over one place to get $15. Some of those tips and tricks are the way you really knock off time solving these problems, because it is a time test. All right, let's move on. Number 5 right here. Give it a try. Unpause, and here we are, $15 per hour for 40 hours in a week, and a time and a half for any hours over 40. The worker works 46 hours. What's his total pay? So I have $15 times 40. That's going to be the first part of it. Well, 10 times 40 is 400. 5 times 40 is 200. 400 and 200 is 600. So in his 40-hour weeks, he makes $600. After 40 hours, he makes another $6 at time and a half. So that is half of 15 is 7.5. So he makes $22.50, 7.5 plus the 15, $22.50 per hour times those 6 hours. I could just approximate that. 6 times 20 is 120, but it's going to be more than that. So I'm looking up here, 120 and 600 has to be more than 720. It's close. It could be this one or this one. I think I'm going to multiply this one out to get 0, 30, carry the 3, 12, 15, carry the 1, 135. There's my decimal place. Overtime is 135. Regular time is 600. Total income is overtime plus regular time, 735. If you got that one right, good job. Keep it going. You can see these are all, once you get the hang of these, they're pretty similar. Rate problems, miles per hour, cost per apple, what is this, miles per hour again. A cyclist travels average speed of 12 miles per hour. So I have 12 miles per hour. How many minutes? Oh, so we got to change in units here. Will a cyclist take to travel 3 miles? Well, let's figure out 3 miles to get here. So let's see, he does 12 miles in an hour. 3 miles, well, half of 12 is 6. Half of 6 is 3. So it's going to be a quarter hour. And then I have to take that quarter hour and convert it to minutes. Well, 60 minutes in an hour, half of that's 30, half of that's 15. Correct answer, 15 minutes right there. Again, you could see this idea, taking that number, whatever it is, 12, finding the half, finding the quarter. The half and the quarter together would be 3/4. These are fractions you got to be pretty quick and good with. All right, moving on to number 7 right here. A cylindrical tank has a radius of 3 feet and a height of 10 feet. Use pi equals 3.14. What is the volume of the tank? Well, it could get kind of complex, a lot of multiplication, but let's just kind of approximate it. Let's just use that 3 first and see if it's going to work out here. Well, area of a circle, which is the bottom of this tank, is pi r squared. I have to do my exponents before multiplication. My radius is 3. 3 times 3, 3 squared is 9, times pi is 9 pi. The base is approximately equal to 3 times 9, 27. 27 times a height of 10 is approximately 270. This is way off of 270. This is way off of 270. This is just a little bit more than 270. It's got to be that one right there. You can multiply it all the way out, but you could see it's going to be a little bit more than 270. I rounded down, so I'm going to have to go up a little bit. 314 is a natural distractor because pi is 3.14. So you know that's not going to be it. So there's your answer right there. All right, moving on to number 8. Are you timing yourself on these? Are you working them out? That's really the key. If you're getting them all right, you're doing great stuff. If you're not 7 for 7 right now, then maybe a little more practice will help. All right, we got another 8 problem right here. A baker can make 4 cakes in 3 hours. How many cakes, I don't know, can he make in 9 hours, right? Setting that proportion up, cakes to hours. This one's easy to see. How do I get from 3 hours to 9 hours? I multiply by 3. Therefore, this way, I also have to multiply by 3 to get correct answer D, 12 cakes right there. 8 for 8. Number 9. Another ratio, proportion, rate problems. You can see these are just really common. A map scale is 1 inch to 50 miles. 1 inch to 50 miles. If 2 cities are 3.5 inches apart, my units got to line up here, inches to inches. What is the actual distance between them? Well, how do I go from here to here? I multiply by 3.5. How do I go from here to here? I also multiply by 3.5. I can multiply it out, or I could just split this number up. 3 times 50 is 150. 0.5 times 50, 0.5, one of those decimals you have to know, 0.5 is a half. Half of 50 is 25. So I have the 3 and then the 0.5 to give me a correct answer, 175. Okay, moving right along. I haven't seen too many of these in these practice tests. probability problem. Pause the video, give it a try. Actually, before you pause, I'll just give you a little help. Probability of any event is always defined as the number in the event over the number in the sample space. Okay, pause the video, give it a try. A jar contains 5 red, 3 blue, 2 green. If one marble is picked at random, what's the probability it is blue? The sample space is going to be the total number. So my denominator is going to be 10. What is the number that are blue? It is 3 out of 10. 3 blue out of the total of 10. That fraction can't be reduced. Correct answer, answer A, right there. 10 for 10, looking good. Got one last bonus problem right here. Actually, before I scroll up, give you my little pitch. If you're still here, surely you think there's some value to these videos, so please hit subscribe. Share this video with anybody you know who's studying for any standardized math exam. The way you get good at these is the way you get good at anything is practice. So the more you do, the better you get. I appreciate your support of the channel. And then if you have any questions, post them in the comments and I'll answer them as soon as I can. I try and work on a class every Wednesday at 3 p.m. So you could always join that class and ask your questions there. Okay, let's go to our last problem, problem number 11 right here. If a dozen eggs cost $2.40, how much would 3 eggs cost? Well, 3 eggs of 12, 3 goes into 3 1 time, 3 goes into 12 4 times. So I am asking for a quarter of that price, right? So again, we see that same fraction, same decimal again and again. Half of 240 is 120. Half of 120 is 60. So the correct answer is 60 cents. Answer D right there. 11 for 11. Doing good stuff. Not 11 out of 11. Practice a little bit more. Okay, thank you for watching.